Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. I hope you all are doing very well. So in previous video, as you learned about how Taro found the magical waterfall, and now in today's video, you will know about what happened when all villagers got to know about that waterfall. So look into your book. Next morning, Taro started for work even earlier than the morning before. He carried with him the largest pitcher he owned, for he intended first of all to go to the waterfall. When he reached it, he found to his great surprise all his neighbors there. They were carrying pitchers, jars, buckets, anything they could find to hold that magic sake. Then one villager knelt and held his mouth under the waterfall to drink. He drank again and again, and then shouted angrily, "Water! Nothing but water!" Others also tried, but there was no sake, only cold water. So what happened? Next morning, Taro got up earlier than the previous morning. He took the biggest pitcher of his house and left to reach the waterfall before the villagers. But when he was close to the waterfall, he saw that his neighbors were already there with many pots to have sake. Then one of the villagers bent down to taste the water of the waterfall. He tasted many times, but every time it was only cold water, not sake. He shouted very angrily, "This is only water, not sake." So the other villagers also tasted, but everyone found it only water. They couldn't find any sake. Now come to the next paragraph. "We have been tricked," shouted the villagers. "Where is Taro? Let's drown him in this waterfall." But Taro had been wise enough to slip behind a rock when he saw how things were going. He was nowhere to be found. So when all villagers found it only water, not sake, they got so angry and shouted, "Where is Taro? He cheated us and made us fool. Search him and throw him in this waterfall." So Taro was a very clever boy. When he saw that the villagers are so angry because they could not get sake, he slipped from there and hid himself, so that no one could find him. Now come to the next paragraph. Muttering their anger and disappointment, the villagers left the place one by one. Taro came out from his hiding place. Was it true? He wondered. Was the sake a dream? Once more he caught a little liquid in his hand and put it to his lips. It was the same fine sake. To the thoughtful son, the magic waterfall gave the delicious sake. To everyone else, it gave only cold water. So what happened? When the villagers got no sake, they were disappointed and angry, and they went back to their homes. So when every villager left that place, Taro came out of his hiding place, thinking that, was it really true? Was it really water, not sake? So to check it, he again tested it by putting a little water from the waterfall. But he found it the same fine sake as he got before. So in fact, that magical waterfall gave the delicious sake to Taro as a reward, because he was a thoughtful son and always cared his parents, and it gave only cold water to other people. Now come to the last paragraph. The story of Taro and his magic waterfall reached the Emperor of Japan. He sent for the young woodcutter and rewarded him with 20 pieces of gold for having been so good and kind. Then he named the most beautiful fountain in the city after Taro. This said, The emperor was to encourage all children to honor and obey their parents. So the king of Japan heard Taro's story, and he called him and gave him 20 pieces of gold as reward because of kindness and goodness that Taro did to his parents. And then the king made a beautiful fountain in the city after Taro's name. It means टारो के नाम पर एम्परर किंग ने एक फाउंटेन सिटी के अंदर बनाया था. एंड ऑल्सो द किंग डिड दिस टू encourage the other children, so that seeing this reward and honor, other children also respect, love and care their parents and will be kind to them. So this is your today's lesson. I hope you have understood it very well. Thank you very much for watching this video.